Well, I am very thankful for being able to receive this award from New Futures. Want to thank Michelle Merritt, the Executive Director of New Futures, and the entire New Futures team. New Futures is one of the premier healthcare advocacy organizations in New Hampshire. They do a really great job of advocating for people with mental health and substance abuse issues, but they've also advocated tirelessly for 10 years for Medicaid expansion, and especially in 2023 with this budget for childcare. All of these issues are vitally important for the future of New Hampshire and the health and well-being of the 1.3 million people that live in our state. It's really been, for me, a long process of partnering with New Futures on Medicaid expansion. It really was a battle back in 2013, and the Senate rejected the original version of the bill, but then 6 of us got together, led by Senator Morse, who was Senate President at the time, myself, Senator Odell, Senator Peg Gilmore, former Senate President Sylvia Larson, and Senator D'Alessandro. And the 6 of us, worked throughout that winter to bring together a proposal that Governor Hassan could support, and we were able to get the support in the House. It was a 2-year authorization, and it really had to prove that the program would be effective and cost-effective, and it would not be a burden on New Hampshire taxpayers. This healthcare initiative that over the 10 years has positively touched the lives of 229,000 people in our state. And one of the great successes, I think, about Medicaid expansion is that it's not permanent. It helps people get the health care they need and then oftentimes move back into the workforce and to be able to then either access the exchanges or employer-sponsored health insurance. But without Medicaid expansion, uncompensated care, which is a huge hidden tax on all private employers, would have continued to go through the roof. Everybody would pay for that in terms of higher healthcare costs, and the loss in terms of human potential is huge. People wouldn't have access to mental health services, to substance abuse services. Justice Tina Nedow did a really good job of advocating for drug courts and the intersection between eligibility for Medicaid expansion and drug court is really, it's not 100% successful, but for the people whose lives it's turned around and people that dedicate themselves to going through the drug court have been able to turn their lives around in many, many cases. So another success story. Typical New Hampshire tradition, we blended fiscal responsibility with trying to achieve the results that we all wanted and did it in a way that protects New Hampshire taxpayers, helpful to the business community, helpful to Medicaid providers, but most importantly, helpful to people that really were just showing up at the emergency room, which is the most expensive care, no prevention, expensive care, and not as good for them. It's really, for me, it's been a huge honor to have worked with New Futures and so many other groups to build a broad and now completely bipartisan support. And I'm just glad that Medicaid expansion has been reauthorized for 7 years so that there will be no doubt in people's mind that the health care coverage that they depend upon will be there for them. So thank you, Michelle. Thank you, New Futures. It's an honor to receive this award.